Let's make Sunday school great again. Our youngest son went to Harvard Law School, and at Harvard, I'm sure this is true of a lot of different law schools, but I know it's certainly true at Harvard. You have a case that you're supposed to prepare for, because then you come into class, and certainly that first year, called the 1L year, you're with 85 other classmates, or 84 other, I think there's 85 total, and you know that it's very possible, you never know when, but you know it's very possible that the professor's going to call on you and ask you to interact with them over the case, or her over the case. And so, same at the business school, I believe, with the case study, that sort of thing. So you really come prepared, because you don't want to be embarrassed in front of your 84 fellow colleagues and not be ready. And I was thinking back to years ago. I was in a Sunday school class, and the pastor was speaking on whether Christ could sin or not sin. We know that he didn't sin, but there's a debate in theology, the impeccability versus the peccability of Christ, and those are fancy words to say that because Christ was fully human, could he have sinned? We know he didn't, but could he have sinned? And in that class was a Caltech engineer, and the pastor opened it up for questions, and the Caltech engineer had plenty of questions and started pressing the pastor on things that didn't make sense to him. And it was very evident in the give and take that the pastor was not very well prepared. And I remember it was very painful to watch. And I remember vicariously saying to myself, this is painful, but I'm really glad, because I don't ever want to be in this situation. And I was thinking about Sunday school classes, and I know Henrietta Mears would agree with me. I did a video on her and how she turned around the Sunday school ministry there in Southern California. You can find that on the YouTube channel. But I was thinking, like, what would it be like to have Sunday school classes where the teacher gives out an article, a section of scripture, and says, hey, read this, or maybe a section out of a history book or something, and says, hey, we're going to talk about this next week. Now, either you wouldn't read it and you might not want to come to class because you wouldn't be prepared, or it would just up the ante, and it would be like this excitement of like, I've really read this and digested, I've got some questions, and hopefully we're going to have some really good interaction. So I'm thinking that might be great to use kind of the model of Harvard and other schools to make Sunday school class great again.